This is a guided meditation in which you will meet and commune with Hecate at her sacred crossroads. So make sure you are comfortable, preferably sitting up, but if necessary, laying down. So make sure if you're seated that you can sit for a good 8 to 10 minutes. So if you need to, any supports that you need, maybe sit up against the wall if you need to. So sitting cross-legged if that's comfortable, or an easy pose, and just resting the hands, backs of the hands on the legs. Back is relaxed but not slouching. So we're going to begin by taking 3 deep breaths into the belly, releasing with a sigh. And again, breathing in and letting go. And one more time, breathing in and letting go. Making any adjustments to your body that you need to. Breath through this meditation is relaxed. Picture yourself walking safely along a dark, graveled path on a quiet, clear autumnal night. It is late, and as you look to the east, you see a waning moon rising slowly over the tree line. The sounds of the night are quiet and calm, and you can hear the crickets singing off in the distance, while the mournful hoot of a screech owl drifts over to you. You walk confidently forward, enjoying the solitude and companionable sound of the crunch of the gravel beneath your feet. Your breath makes little puffs of white steam in the chill of the evening air. Up ahead, you can see a flickering light. It is a lit torch mounted to the post marking the crossroads. And as you make your way closer, you can make out small offerings of food left neatly at the base of the signpost. Others have been here to honor Hecate before you. There is a small basket of apples, a plaque depicting the triple goddess, and a few loaves of bread. Someone has left what appears to be a small jar of coconut nectar. Your hands tighten on the small wrapped bundle of homemade bread that you carry. As you approach the crossroads, a breeze picks up, and a swirl of autumn leaves rushes through the crossroads. You stop for a moment to take in the captivating scene, the dancing leaves, and approach the torchlit area as quietly as possible, with a calm reverence. prepare to leave your gift and offer up a quiet prayer to Hecate. You are very aware of your surroundings and are perfectly comfortable being alone on this night. Still, there is something in the air that makes you stay on guard. You turn your head this way and that, trying to account for the sense that something is happening. Suddenly, the sound of howling dogs erupts in the peaceful night. The breeze that sent leaves playfully dancing has now whipped up into a much stronger force. A rush of bracing cold air swirls past you, making you gasp, accompanied by a whirl of rusty leaves. Birds awaken and begin singing in the middle of the night. It is a beautiful but eerie sound. The wind whips around you and you battle to keep your hair out of your eyes. You look around. A rumbling noise is growing in its intensity. You feel the earth tremble beneath your feet, and you instinctively make a grab for the signpost as you try to keep yourself upright. Then, as quickly as it began, the maelstrom fades, and the night falls to silence once more. Shaken, you right yourself and realize that you have dropped your offering. Concerned, you crouch down to pick up the little cloth-wrapped bundle and carefully brush a few dead leaves from the wrapping. As you look around, you realize that the other offerings, once arranged so neatly, are now in disarray. Without a thought, you immediately begin to straighten them back out. You lean the plaque against the signpost and return the apples quickly to their basket. A trio of old-fashioned keys catches your eye. Intrigued, you pick them up and admire their shapes and textures. Carefully, you place the keys on the little jar of nectar. Smiling, you look around for any missed items and prepare to rise to your feet. A prickling at the base of your neck is the first indication that you are not alone. As you turn slowly to look behind you, a large black dog comes barreling out of the darkness and is running straight towards you. There is no time to be afraid. Your eyes widen, and the next thing you know, the dog has knocked you flat on your back and is affectionately greeting you. Your initial shriek of alarm gives way to helpless laughter as you vainly attempt to get the dog off your chest so you can sit up. After a few moments of laughing, you struggle to manage to collar the dog and sit upright again. Where did you come from? You ask your new canine friend. As an answer, the large dog barks again at you in a friendly way and sniffs you all over. You sling an arm round your new friend and wonder who the animal belongs to. As you give the dog's ears a good scratch, he suddenly goes on alert and sits rigidly still, seeming to be at attention. You look up to see what has captured the interest of the dog, and notice a woman is silently approaching you. Her sandaled feet are noiseless on the gravel path, and she is draped from head to foot in a richly textured black hooded cape. As she approaches, an owl swoops down from the tree line and lands gracefully at the top of the signpost. A sentinel. It blinks its wide eyes at you and ruffles its feathers. Your heart is hammering in your chest as you quickly rise to your feet to greet the lady. You bow your head and murmur a greeting. As she walks into the flickering light cast by the torch, you look upon her face to discover that she is a regal, middle-aged woman wearing a silver crown. In an instant, she appears as a young woman, dark and beautiful, then as an elderly woman with a mass of wrinkles and a shock of wild, white hair. Back and forth her image shifts and flows from one into another. The one thing that is constant is her eyes. They are ageless, a deep jet black, sparkling, and with a kindness and wisdom that radiates outwards. No matter which face she shows you, her eyes and expression in them remain the same. Her hands rise to her hood, and she pushes it back so you can fully look upon her. Pay attention to how Hecate appears to you. Greetings, she says softly, in a voice that rustles like dry leaves. I thank you for caring for my sacred place. She nods toward the items that you have just straightened out. You smile, and she looks at you carefully. You have no fear of me. This is a statement, and it pleases her. She continues by saying, many who are unprepared for my mysteries are afraid. They believe I am the one who brings death, but they are mistaken, for I do not. I am the midwife who assists you to the world, and the wise one who escorts you into the next. Hecate holds out her hand, and the 3 old metal keys that you were admiring appear in her palm. She silently hands them to you as her hair whips around in the cold wind. Deeply honored, you silently close your fist around them. I leave you with 3 gifts, my child, she says to you quietly. Knowledge, intuition, and magic. Hold these keys close to your heart, and if you ever have need of me, know that I will be there. You clasp the keys to your chest, and a curious warmth is coming from inside your own body. You bow your head and whisper your thanks. Hecate holds up a hand, and the owl silently leaps from the signpost and flies over to circle over the goddess's head. With a single call, the owl swoops off and into the darkness. Hecate then pulls up her hood and smiles at you one last time. As she turns to leave, the dog leaps to her side and follows her down the path. A mist, rising from the ground, seems to swallow them up as they disappear from your view. Look around you now and focus on your image of the sacred crossroads. Keep this visualization in place. Should you ever wish to return here, it will be waiting for you. Feel the warmth of Hecate's gifts of knowledge, intuition and magic burning bright within yourself. Then take a deep breath. Ground and center and begin your journey home back along the gravel path. Becoming aware of the crunching underfoot of stones and dead leaves, until you find yourself back in this room, seated on the floor. Feel the floor beneath you and bring your attention back to your breath. Feel it. Hear it. Then take 3 longer, deeper breaths to slowly bring you all the way back. Have a stretch. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes.